Did you know that the FIFA World Cup trophy was once stolen just 4 months before the tournament, and that it was eventually found by a dog? Yes, a dog. It sounds like the plot of a ridiculous comedy movie, but this actually happened. The year was 1966. England was preparing to host the FIFA World Cup for the very first time. Excitement was building across the country, and as part of the celebrations, the famous Jules Rimet Trophy, the original World Cup trophy, was placed on public display in London. Now, you would probably imagine that football's greatest prize was protected by lasers, armed guards, a bulletproof display case, and perhaps one very serious-looking man wearing sunglasses. But apparently, not. On the 20th of March, 1966, thieves entered the exhibition. They broke into the display case, took the trophy, and simply walked away. Just like that, the World Cup was gone. Britain was stunned. The tournament was only a few months away, and the trophy that every nation was coming to England to win had disappeared in England. Not exactly the perfect advertisement for the host country. The police immediately launched a massive investigation. More than 100 detectives reportedly became involved in the search. Ports were watched, known criminals were questioned, collectors and dealers were investigated, but despite all that effort, there was no sign of the trophy. Then, the story became even stranger. The chairman of the English Football Association received a ransom note. The thieves demanded £15,000 in exchange for the trophy's return. That was an enormous amount of money at the time. The police arranged a secret meeting with the man delivering the ransom instructions. When he arrived, they arrested him. Case closed? Not quite. You see, the man did not actually have the trophy. He claimed that he was only acting as a middleman for someone else. So once again, the police had a suspect, but still no World Cup. Days passed, the tournament moved closer, and the trophy remained missing. Then, 1 week after it had been stolen, the investigation received help from an unexpected detective, a four-legged detective. A man named David Corbett was taking his dog Pickles for a walk near his home in South London. Pickles suddenly became interested in something lying underneath a hedge. It was an old package, wrapped in newspaper and tied together with string. David picked it up and opened it. Inside was the missing Jules Rimet Trophy. The World Cup had been lying underneath a hedge, not locked inside a criminal mastermind's secret vault, and not buried somewhere in the countryside, not smuggled out of the country. It was underneath a hedge. The police examined the trophy and confirmed that it was genuine. After an entire week of panic, football's greatest prize had finally been recovered, and the hero of the story was Pickles. Pickles quickly became one of the most famous dogs in Britain. He appeared on television, he attended public events, he received a special medal, he was even given a year's supply of dog food. A few months later, England reached the World Cup final at Wembley Stadium. They faced West Germany and won 4-2 after extra time. England lifted the very same trophy that had been stolen just months earlier. So, in one remarkable year, the World Cup trophy was stolen, held for ransom, abandoned underneath a hedge, discovered by a dog, and finally lifted by England. But there is still one mystery. To this day, nobody knows for certain who actually stole the trophy. The man arrested during the ransom exchange was convicted, but the identity of the original thief has never been conclusively established. And that means one of the strangest crimes in football history remains officially unsolved. If you enjoy such fascinating stories from around the world, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.